A startling incident in a New York airport today. Ivanka Trump and her family allegedly accosted and harassed on a JetBlue flight by a frenzied passenger who apparently couldn't check his politics at the gate. Tonight we hear from others on board who witnessed the incident. Fight or flight? An unruly passenger removed from a JetBlue flight after reportedly verbally harassing Ivanka Trump, according to the airline.
What did he say? You're ruining our country, now you're ruining our flight.
The soon-to-be first daughter with her husband and their children was seated in coach, en route to Hawaii with a layover in San Francisco, when the man reportedly began yelling.
He was upset. He walked on as soon as he saw her, he started shaking. He was visibly shaking. He was agitated. You know, if I was security, I wouldn't take the chance either.
A college professor claiming it was his husband involved, tweeting Ivanka and Jared at JFK Terminal 5, flying commercial. My husband chasing them down to harass them. Hashtag banality of evil.
You know, I heard her say to the JetBlue personnel, I don't want to make this a thing.
But after the altercation, changing the story, writing, Ivanka and Jared on our flight. My husband expressed displeasure in a calm tone. JetBlue staff overheard, and they kicked us off the plane. That Twitter account now deleted. JetBlue writing in a statement, the decision to remove a customer from a flight is not taken lightly, and that the team worked to reaccommodate the party on the next available flight.
Once that aircraft door closes and we're up in the air, we have fewer options to be able to deal with it. So we take these issues very seriously on the ground, and we will tend towards removing someone from a flight if we think that their behavior is going to escalate in the air and create a bigger problem.
Incident aside, many were shocked to see the famous family seated in coach, a sharp contrast from her Fifth Avenue lifestyle. But she's not the only one. Stars like Kim and Kanye, and now defunct Brangelina, proving they're just like us when it comes to air travel.
Many times we see celebrities sitting in coach because they simply want to fly under the radar, so to speak.
Ivanka's reported inquisition, capping off a hectic holiday season for travel.
We're going to see about 5 million people travel over the weekend. This is a time especially when we're concerned that we may have problems on the plane, when we're going to take extra precaution to try to keep those problems on the ground.
Today's incident just the latest in a string of aviation altercations this December.
We spoke a different language on the plane, and now we're getting kicked out.
That's insane.
YouTube prankster Adam Saleh posting this video from inside a Delta plane, claiming this time it was no prank, that the airline removed him and a friend after passengers heard him speaking Arabic.
Delta Airlines are kicking us out because we spoke a different language. You guys are racist.
Delta telling ABC News that action was taken after a disturbance in the cabin resulted in more than 20 customers expressing their discomfort. The company is conducting a review. And from 80s hunk to in-flight hero, Grammy winner Richard Marx this week, helping Korean air flight attendants detain an unruly passenger. Marx was right there waiting as the man nearby began pushing the all-female staff and pulling them by the hair, according to his wife, Daisy Fuentes.
He was attacking passengers. Yeah, he attacked the crew and a couple of passengers that were trying to calm him down. He was whacked out.
Fuentes capturing the bizarre incident and posting to social media. In this picture, Mark's seen holding a rope they say was used to restrain the passenger. The guy should have known better. In capping off an odd month, this woman seen in this Renee's Points video literally being dragged off a Delta flight after the airline said she failed to comply with boarding and baggage check procedure.
464, send us a car.
These disturbances, surprising but not uncommon. Last year, nearly 11,000 unruly incidents. 40% of airlines reporting they've diverted a flight in the past 12 months because of an unruly passenger.
I've got ophidiophobia. Snakes.
And forget snakes on a plane. Drunks on a plane are the bigger problem. Nearly 23% of cases involve intoxication. And now with social media, there's often someone to document any and all varieties of these flying faux pas. Like this freak out at 40,000 feet.
All of a sudden, this guy who was sleeping just woke up out of nowhere and started flipping out.
This JetBlue passenger punching and kicking as flight attendants struggled to restrain him.
Everyone was freaking out. I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure what the guy was trying to actually do.
Authorities later saying that mid-air meltdown was a medical issue.
Nerd? Okay, look to yourself, sir. Mr. Bald can't grow a set of hair.
Then there's this guy, growing more irate by the moment in a heated exchange.
I'm 28, I make $4 million a year. What do you do? Nothing, so shut the You're right, I'm a loser. I own 6 houses. I'm the biggest loser on the planet.
But all that cash, not enough to keep him on that flight.
I do not sign any disclaimer for this to be released, so I will be filing a lawsuit. Let me,
Go ahead, Jay-Z. Bye, Felicia.
2020 vision with the 176 IQ.
That man, David Brackett, telling CBS Los Angeles that PTSD is to blame.
I'm standing up for my mistakes. I'm not blaming anybody but myself for the actions that I did.
Flight attendants have to maintain order. We're trained to react quickly. We're trained to react with direct commands so that we're not hurt and so that the passengers in our care are not hurt.
But sometimes it's crew members that lose it too, like Captain Clayton Osmond. Seen ranting in the aisle on a flight from New York to Las Vegas. The co-pilot had to get an off-duty pilot to replace him in the cockpit while a passenger, a former corrections officer, restrained the ranting pilot.
He kicked the door. He kicked the door and almost buckled. He says, "It's me, let me in. This is where we take the plane down."
Osmond's wife later releasing the statement, alluding to health issues, saying while he was clearly distressed, he was not intentionally violent. Celebrities like Ivanka today aren't just the targets. Sometimes they're the perpetrators.
He hasn't released his tax returns, which means he's either not that rich, not that charitable, or he's never paid taxes in his life.
Before he was playing Ivanka's father on Saturday Night Live, remember Alec Baldwin's epic pre-flight breakdown? The star tweeting, "Flight attendant on American reamed me out for playing Words with Friends while we sat at the gate, not moving."
Didn't want to get off the phone, then he stuck into the bathroom and became a little bit irate, and they had to remove him from the flight.
Later going on Saturday Night Live to jokingly ask for an apology.
And on behalf of everyone at American Airlines, issue an apology to Mr. Alec Baldwin.
The star later apologizing to other passengers in this Huffington Post entry. Tonight, sources say Ivanka Trump and her family are unscathed by the incident. A bumpy start to holiday getaway, but nothing a pina colada can't fix.